Couple things. The first thing is a woman dumps a guy, and then something happens to him right after she dumps him that makes her go, "Oh, I need to get back with you."
Oh.
Yeah, we'll talk about that coming up in a minute. Amy's Piles coming up. What do you have over there?
If this happened to me, I would freak out because some people were getting text messages randomly from people that had passed away.
I saw this. It was like a glitch.
I mean, they were getting them from lots of different people, but some people had passed away. And yeah, I'll tell you why that happened.
Yeah, that's coming up in Amy's Pile. Eddie and I will also be in Las Vegas on Friday night. If you guys want to come to our comedy and music show, ragingidiots.com. So that is Friday night. Amy's Pile, The Morning Corny, and then celebrities you didn't know were in the military, all coming up here on The Bobby Bones Show.
Did you know you can text us? Text Bobby, that's 26229, to send us a message.
Message and data rates may apply.
The Bobby Bones Show.
Here's Amy's pile of stories.
So apparently there was a bug that affected text messaging all over the country. So some messages that were sent back in February, including February 14th, Valentine's Day, people never got way back then, but they suddenly just started getting them. And that was a long time ago. So some people have broken up since then, and they're getting Valentine's Day messages from their ex. Some people have passed away since then, and people are getting messages from their loved ones that are no longer with us. So obviously people were like freaking out. I mean, texts were going out to friends, bosses, clients, all that stuff. And the carriers aren't sure what happened. T-Mobile is blaming it on a third-party vendor. Sprint says it was because of a maintenance update, and Verizon and AT&T haven't commented.
Well, it can't be all those different reasons. Like, if it's happening to all 4 different carriers.
I mean, yeah, I would just be like, oh, this is really wild.
Yeah, how about, I don't know, if it'd be creepy and weird and sad if someone who had passed away messaged you, or would it be awesome and amazing?
It would be awesome.
Unless you didn't know it was coming, all of a sudden you're like, wow. But here's the thing, right? My luck, if I'm trying to remember back, on Valentine's Day, I'll probably shoot my shot with something. I'm like, hey, it's Valentine's Day, and I never hear from them, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Where some of these people are like, wow, rude, didn't even reply, but
Because
they
I
never got
never
it.
believe when someone goes, I don't know if my text got to them. I don't know if my text got through. It always gets through.
Not this time.
I know. It's
There's
a movie
sometimes
too.
it doesn't.
That's a movie too.
Oh, yeah.
Like you reconnect when text message didn't go through. Maybe it's a web series. It's not that good for a movie.
Okay.
Maybe that's a web series.
Start there.
Yeah. Amy, what else?
So Oprah put out her favorite things gift guide, which of course there's like plenty of stuff where like the average person can afford, but you know, she also has a lot of money. So she put some crazy things on there, like a $35 bottle of hot sauce. Now, $35, but it's 6 ounces. That's it. That's all you're getting, but it's made with like truffles or something. It's supposed to be amazing. So if you know somebody that loves hot sauce, that could be a fun gift for them. An $878 espresso machine. What?
I don't know how much espresso machines run for.
I don't.
Well, the
mean,
hot sauce bottle to me is nutty though.
Right.
$35 for that small of a bottle. I'm just not a truffles guy because I don't understand truffles. I don't have the palate for truffles. Sometimes I see these black market truffles news stories where people are faking truffles because they're worth so much.
This girl I follow on Instagram just went on a truffle hunt with dogs, like in
Like a
Italy
snipe
or
hunt?
something.
What?
I don't know. It looked really cool and fun, but it was like these cute little dogs out. I don't know what. I think maybe she's in Italy, and they go through the woods and they sniff out truffles.
I'm looking up what espresso machines normally cost. For a nice one, like a really nice one at Bed Bath & Beyond, it's $150.
Yeah. Well, Oprah's must be like Starbucks. It comes with a barista or something. Like
It pays a full-time barista. That's funny.
It's $870. Then there's a $195 lighted makeup mirror, which I'm tempted to click on that because I'm like, well, what's so special about this? And there's a $108 smart dog collar, complete with an activity monitor, so you can see how many steps your dog is getting.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, my goodness.
I don't want to know how many steps you're getting, much less your dog. Can you?
But it also has a GPS tracker, which is awesome. In case your dog gets out, you'll always know where they are. And then finally, a like $1,600 exercise bike. So in case you want to get something from Oprah's list. And then I've got a rundown of deals available for our military today. It's Veterans Day. So just a heads up, like if you need a haircut, Great Clips, they're offering like free haircuts to anybody, any branch if you've served in the military. Kohl's is offering 30% off purchases now through like next Monday. And then Amazon, if you want a Prime membership, they're giving you $40 off. And then of course, like restaurants like Chili's, Cracker Barrel, Red Lobster, Starbucks. I would say if you're in the military and you're eating anywhere today, you can be like, what's up?
Just wear your uniform.
I'm in the military.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you're probably going to get hooked up because obviously we are super appreciative for our military and what they've done for us and what they do. I'm Amy. That's my pile.
That was Amy's pile of stories.
If you guys want to hop on, hit us up, you can. 877-77-Bobby. That's our phone number. Also, you can watch the show. Just go over to our YouTube page, which is Bobby Bones Show. Thanks a lot.
People Choice Awards. Blake Shelton took home the award for Country Artist of 2019.
Oh, good for him. I didn't get a chance to see any of the PCAs, although I only know that because I followed their Instagram. It was every picture. I thought something was going wrong. It was every picture. And so good for Blake. It just shows you how different all these country music awards are, because the ACM's Al Dean can win Entertainer of the Year. Then he won't be nominated at all for CMA Entertainer of the Year. And then Blake wins. So I like it. There are a lot of awards because you can't give it to. Good. I like it. That's my final statement on that. Go ahead.
Bobby Bones saw a tweet from a fan named Jennifer. She asked if Bobby could get Old Dominion to play their song Nowhere Fast at their show that night. And well, Bobby tweeted at Old Dominion and made it happen for her.
Has it happened yet? I thought it was coming up. I did tweet at Old Dominion. I was like, okay, I know the guy's Old Dominion. So I sent him a tweet. I was like, hey, play the song. It's a school night. She's going to the show. And they were like, cool, we'll play it. And they added it to the set list.
Dude, that's awesome.
I thought it was pretty cool too. Yeah. I love those guys though. Those are like my dudes. When is the show?
It's going down this Thursday, November 14th.
Okay, so yeah, if you're going to that Tulsa show, they're going to play Nowhere Fast because of somebody in the crowd. But that's pretty cool. What else?
All female artists are opening up the CMA Awards Wednesday night, and some of the songs that they are performing were just announced, including Redneck Woman, Born to Fly, Independence Day, and a bunch of others. And it's all going down this Wednesday on ABC at 8/7 Central.
It's going to be a really special opening. That's what I'll say.
You know it?
I do.
like it.
Yeah, I do know it a little. I mean, I'm on the show, and yeah, it's great. It really is going to be fantastic, and I hope you guys watch on Wednesday night. There you go.
I'm Morgan number 2. That's your skinny.
Follow Bobby on Instagram.
At Mr. Bobby Bones.
Mr. Bobby Bones.
Transmitting across America.
This is the Bobby Bones Show. That's right. Now here he is. Turn it up. Come on, Bobby.
I have a story coming up in a second where a couple breaks up, and she's like, I'm done with you. And then something happens to him, and she goes, I'm not done with you. I'll tell you what that is in a minute. You're going to roll your eyes a little bit and go, oh, come on. That story on the way, but now let's go over to Amy with the joke.
The Morning Corny.
Why was the gravy sent to the principal's office?
Why was the gravy sent to the principal's office?
He was acting saucy. It's good.
What is it?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Thomas Rhett, life changes now. Let's play this.
That was the Morning Corny.
If you guys want to call us, you can. 877-77-Bobby.
Show.
So my dog's had a couple issues since the surgery. His eye, which he went into surgery to get fixed because he had what they call a cherry eye. This red part of his eye had grown over his eyeball, and they went in and cut it off. And after surgery, the vet said, hey, there's like a 10% chance it could grow back. It grew back in 2 days.
Oh.
And so this poor guy, he can't even have it worked on again because he just had it cut, and it's kind of popped back out again. I know. And so he had a cone for the first couple of days. And then I graduated him to what looks like an inner tube around his head.
Or like a donut. Maybe.
Yeah. Well, to me, I just imagine he feels like he's going to go tubing.
Yeah, you're
He's
right.
already wearing the tube. It's on my Instagram story if you want to see it, Mr. Bobby Bones. But he's not supposed to run because he had surgery. He also got neutered. He had like all these surgeries. Only one of them took, which was the neutering. Which now I'm starting to wonder, are they going to drop back?
Just regrowth.
Ah. So I feel bad for him. He doesn't know the difference. He's a puppy. He's 8 months old. But his eye is back to being messed up immediately. So I'm going to call the vet again today after the show. I'm going to be like, hey, what do we do now? So, but he's on.
Do you get like a refund? Or
I don't know. Because it was not cheap, obviously.
right,
sort of
or you
surgery.
get a. It's if this happens, it's okay. Bring him back in. We do it for free.
I'll find out today.
Okay.
I don't know. I did that. A lot of listeners were asking about a dog update. And then I was in Oregon. We have a lot of really nice listeners in Oregon. I was right outside of Bend, Oregon. And we shot American Idol for 2 days out there. And then we did the promo shoot on Saturday.
So it was like everybody there together.
At the promo shoot?
Like
yeah.
all, yeah.
It was
the whole.
Here, I'm going to tell you I'm an idiot story. You
Why?
tell me if you think I'm an idiot or not. So if you're new to the show, I'm the full-time mentor on American Idol. And it's me and Luke Bryan, Katy Perry, Lionel Richie, the 3 judges, and Ryan Seacrest. And we're all talking. And Ryan, who I think's great, and he just got inducted to the Radio Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, hey, man, congratulations. That's really awesome. And love Ryan. And he was like, yeah. And he goes, you know, the thing is, because Ryan's in his 40s, and he's really young compared to the other people who were going into it. And he goes, yeah, the thing is, you know, most of the other guys that were going in were quite a bit older. And he goes, you'll see in a couple years if you get in. And
Oh my gosh.
well, and like an idiot, I go,
Oh my
I got
God.
in 2 years ago.
Oh
I
my
just should
gosh.
have.
Should've let it go.
I just should have let it go.
Oh my gosh.
I know. I just should have
But
let.
he doesn't. I mean, he knew that. Like
I don't
he
think so.
doesn't-
I don't think he knows what's up with me. I just should have let it go.
I mean, I'm just saying. I think maybe he forgot.
That's a good lesson.
Because I was just trying to go, I've been there too. I know how awkward it was when all these people you feel like are super deserving are getting in, and you're going, do I even deserve to be here?
Right.
At the time, I was 37, and he goes, and then he starts to be funny about it, and I'm like, I did not mean it like
he probably
that.
feels so awkward. So
He's like, he goes, well, this is going to be a talking point on Ryan and Kelly on Monday. And then Katie goes, you should probably talk to your therapist about that to me. Because I didn't mean to just blurt. I was so dumb. I shouldn't have said that. Because I
funny.
love that whole team there. And yeah, he was like, you'll see. And I was like, no, I mean, I did a couple years ago. And they're all like, ooh, I'm an idiot. Sometimes just let other people have their moment. So that happened.
what if he is talking to his therapist about
No,
it?
she's
Like,
talking to me. Katie told me to go to my therapist.
Oh,
go,
I thought she was saying
no,
to Ryan.
To me, she was like, you need to go talk to your therapist about why you just blurted that out. I was like, I know.
Oh, I thought she was saying that to. I'm glad you clarified. I thought she was telling Ryan like, "Ooh, that
No,
talk
me.
to your therapist."
But in my heart, I was just doing it to be like, I get it. Like I've
Yeah.
also been there, but
I don't think it's weird that you said that, but yeah, you probably shouldn't have.
I know. Yeah, I'm an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a good weekend. I mean, a lot of people were irritated about something that happened in the CMA Olympics where I asked a question differently. Morgan, number 2, you're watching social media. What happened?
It was during the trivia section, and it was about the movie. Apparently, with Morgan, you said of all time,
Mm-hmm.
and then with Eddie, you just said movie. You
I
didn't
think it was
say
the
all
opposite.
time.
Opposite.
Well, in the end, Eddie lost all 3 categories anyway.
Right,
He
right.
would have lost, period.
Oh, is that when he went with whatever that 80s
Basic
movie?
Instinct,
Yeah.
90s.
Yeah.
But man, the controversy was real.
I love controversy, though.
Like, they came out hard. I was like,
They
I didn't-
should've. They
I didn't even
should've.
realize it. So,
But it is not being overturned. Eddie would have lost all 3 categories anyway. Loved the effort, though, Eddie. You did great.
I did nothing. The people were like outraged.
No, I love the effort of your performance,
Oh.
but you kind of bombed out on all 3 of them.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
I did. Thank you.
Otherwise, we're all good. Everybody good?
Yeah.
Good weekend? Yeah. What do you squint your eyes for?
Nothing. How Eddie spent he had 15 seconds to do quotes, and he was like, "And I was running." He did
He bombed.
He had
I
all
messed it
kinds
up.
of or not quotes, but impersonations, and he spent so long on Forrest Gump when
He had 15 seconds and he did all Forrest
and then
Gump
you were
impressions.
Time's up, and he's like, "Oh man, I had way more than that."
I had 3 more people.
Yeah, I had 5 planned.
Chris
Not
Jansen, good vibes. Bobby Bones Show. Appreciate you guys. Speaking of Eddie and myself will be in Vegas on Friday night performing. RagingIdiots.com if you want to come to Vegas or you're in Vegas. We'd love to see you. The next segment, a couple things. I will get to the story about the woman who dumped a guy, and then moments later this happened, and then she goes, "I want to have you back." That's in the next segment. Also, celebrities that you didn't know were in the military. It's Veterans Day. Shout out to all our veterans. We love you so much. We try to do as much as we possibly can for you. And I do want to share a story there. So both those coming up next.
Did you know you can text us? Text Bobby, that's 26229, to send us a message.
Message and data rates may apply.
The Bobby Bones Show.
guy got dumped by a date last Tuesday. Okay? It's on a date. She's like, you know what? You're just not the guy for me. And that was right before he was at a horse track. He won $553,000 on a horse racing bet.
Oh.
After that, she's like, I'll stick around. And he bought her drinks. The guy's name is Kenny Morgan. They went on a date Tuesday. They were watching and betting on the Melbourne Cup horse races. His date wasn't really into him, and he says, quote, she said, it's not going to go anywhere. But just as she was about to catch a bus home, one of his long shots hit, and he won $553,000 on a $7 bet. And believe it or not, the woman changed her mind and stuck around.
Oh, believe it or
She
not.
then saw some real future in the
Yeah.
relationship. I don't know that they're going to stay together forever, but he's like, I'm going to use the money to buy a house. But she's like, you know what? Maybe I was wrong.
Maybe you do have potential.
Yeah, women
Maybe
like
there's some
that
potential
money.
here.
They like
Maybe
that
there's some
money.
potential here. Jason Aldean, Girl Like You, Bobby Bones Show. Appreciate you guys for being a part of the show. You want some advice? You have a comment? 877-77-Bobby. Thanks for hanging out with us.
The Bobby Bones Show.
Big shout out to all our veterans. Today is Veterans Day. We appreciate you so much. We hope that you understand and hear us doing a lot for you, but we can't possibly repay you for what you do, including your husband, Amy.
Oh.
We appreciate you so much. I was reading this story about veterans. And by the way, Veterans Day, sometimes confused with Memorial Day. However, Memorial Day honors those who died while serving in the military. Veterans Day honors all those who have served in the U.S. military, alive and deceased. It was originally called Armistice Day, commemorating the end of World War I. But now it has turned into all the wars, anyone who served, and that's where Veterans Day comes from. Celebrities that you did not know served in the military, or maybe you did. The first one, you probably did. Elvis.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Elvis was drafted in December 1957 and went to the Army in March 1958. You got to imagine, he's the biggest star in the whole world and he gets drafted in the military.
Crazy.
Crazy.
So crazy.
Yeah. He was stationed in Fort Hood, Texas. Willie Nelson. Did you know that he was a military man?
I didn't, I guess. If I did, I forgot.
He left high school in 1950. He enrolled in the Air Force when he was 17 years old.
Oh, wow. Shout out.
He was medically discharged due to back problems. Clint Eastwood. He spent time serving during the Korean War, which is pretty wild. He was a lifeguard and a swimming instructor at Fort Ord, eventually being promoted to corporal. One night, October 1951, Clint Eastwood was on a Douglas AD-1 military aircraft that had departed from Seattle and was headed to Sacramento. The plane's communication system failed, forcing the aircraft to crash into the Pacific Ocean.
What?
He had to swim to shore.
No way.
Clint Eastwood escaped serious injury.
That's crazy.
Johnny Cash. Johnny Cash joined the Air Force at age 18. He volunteered to join during the Korean War. He served in Texas and Germany before receiving an honorable discharge after 4 years of service in 1954. Pat Sajak from Wheel of Fortune. Morgan Freeman. Mr. T. Drew Carey.
Wow.
Do you know Drew Carey was in the military?
I didn't.
1981, Drew Carey entered the U.S. Marine Corps Reserve. 6 years. And then B. Arthur. Do you know who that is?
Yeah. Dorothy from Golden
Golden
Girls.
Girls. She served in the Marines. The actress served 30 months in the Marines as a typist and truck driver. And so those are celebrity ones. Obviously, if we knew everybody's name, we just sit here and read everybody's name that served, we could. All of our listeners. We
Oh,
appreciate
yeah,
you guys
for
so
sure.
much. And, tell your husband today, too.
I will. And if my father-in-law's listening, I'll shout out to him too. Served in Vietnam.
Did your husband always want to be in the military since his dad was in the military?
Yes. At 5 years old, his dad was a fighter pilot. So at 5 years old, and they lived all over the world, which I love that my husband got to experience that as a kid. But yeah, he was like, I'm going to be a pilot. And his dad went to the Air Force Academy. So he's like, well, if my dad went, I've got to go. And it wasn't easy for him. Like, he had to work really, really hard to get in there. And he did it. And then he was a pilot and was in the Air Force for 12 years.
Well, we appreciate you guys so much. And if you're a veteran, we tip our hat. We everything you can do that's like that.
Mm-hmm.
We tip our hat. We give you a hug. We even played Lee Greenwood, God Bless the USA, in your honor right now. Thank you guys so much for listening, but mostly for serving us, because we wouldn't be able to do this if you didn't do what you do. So thank you.
Oh,
Two things we're going to do next. Number one, I was hanging out with someone over the weekend and people were surprised to see me hanging out with this person. So much so they were like, what? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't know.
I'll tell you coming up in a
Oh,
minute.
yes. And I was. And I was like, yes.
Okay, so that
Okay.
we'll do coming up in a second. And also, you know, I don't hate gender reveals. I don't. I think they're fun. But what happened during this gender reveal? I was like, man, we have more responsible people planning gender reveals. Do you see what happened? Yeah.
Did somebody get hurt?
Yeah, hurt. Yeah. Lunchbox hurt, right?
Yeah, hurt.
Yeah, hurt. It could have been a lot worse. Both of those stories coming up next.
The morning show's official Twitter account. Tweet us at Bobby Bones Show.
Old Dominion one-man band here on the Bobby Bones Show. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for waking up with us. You could be anywhere in the whole world, but you're with us on a Monday, and we appreciate that. Thank you. Gender reveals. I think sometimes the people doing them make really dumb decisions. Lunchbox was talking about this plane crash. What happened?
There was a gender reveal in Texas. So this plane goes up, and it's like a plane that can drop water on a fire, but instead it has pink or blue, like smoke that comes out. And so he drops it, and it's all pink, and he gets too low, and he crashes into the ground.
No way.
Yeah, so they hired a pilot friend to fly and either dump blue water or pink water based on the baby's gender, and the pink water came out. But then he lost control of the plane.
Because he was too low.
And then crashed. And so the pilot and the passenger of the plane wound up with minor injuries. The guy was 49. He had been flying so low that he could dump about 350 gallons of pink water for the gender reveal. And he was going too slow is what happened. And then he crashed down. But again, non-life-threatening injuries. It's crazy people can crash a plane and not die. With all the stuff I see on TV, all these plane crashes. You ever watch that show where it's like we almost died? People talk about getting into a plane crash.
No.
I survived, I think.
Maybe, yeah.
I survived. That's
So
what it is.
good.
Oh, it's really good.
It's not called Almost Died?
I don't think so.
No, but they should call it that. Here is Ryan in Louisiana who's on the phone right now. Ryan, welcome to the Bobby Bones Show. What's going on?
Hey, I'm good. Morning, studio.
Morning.
Okay, I had a question on comedy show etiquette. I went to an open mic a couple weeks ago, and they were just really not good. They're super amateurs, and I just wanted to know, should you still give a pity laugh to make them feel good, kind of like awkward silence, or should they know, hey, my material's not good, and we just not laugh at them?
I think you can pity them a bit at first, but then you got to just stop. Because they have to know, too, to be fair to them, they have to know, too, what's working so they can get better. I think not even just about you, about them. If they're trying to be a comedian or a musician even, would you give them a pity? Yeah, if they didn't just really rock. No, you probably clap. So I would say it's also good for the person, not just comedy, but anywhere, to kind of have a realistic gauge of where they are. So my answer is no. At first, you can be like, but then you got to finally be like, this isn't working. I often, during my comedy shows, I look for the moments where it doesn't work because I know that's kind of where I can start getting better. And I try to improve on those moments. They pity laugh the whole time, wouldn't get any better.
Yeah, you wouldn't think all your stuff was just
I'd be like,
amazing.
dang, I nailed it. I went out and crushed
And
that.
then you'd keep doing it.
That's my advice there, Ryan. How's that sound?
It sounds good. That's what I thought too, but it was just such an awkward silence. I was like, gosh, we got to do something. But I agree. They're not going to know that they weren't good if we laughed the whole time.
Correct. All right. Appreciate that.
Thank you. Have
All
a good
right.
day.
See you later.
When
Yeah.
that happens to you, are your feelings hurt?
No.
Or are you, because like I could see how you just feel awkward and yeah, you feel bad for them and like you don't want their feelings to be hurt. But if they're like you, then they're looking for that opportunity to grow and be funny and they want to know what doesn't work.
In my stand-up shows, I know what's going to work because I've done it and tested it so many times. And I will put stuff that I'm not sure about in the middle of stuff I know is going to work. So if it's a bomb, I just go to something that works. But I look for those bombs because I'm always trying new stuff. I'll never do a show and not try something new.
Okay.
So there's
don't worry
always
about-
a point in every show where people won't laugh as hard as the other stuff. And then I go, well, that didn't work. I can change that a little bit. But it's not just comedy, it's life. It's, you need real life. And I always feel crowds are the most honest toward me because there's no pressure. It's dark out there. They'll laugh if they want to laugh. And they paid money. Speaking of which, Las Vegas, Friday night. Eddie and I'll be there. You can come out and not laugh or laugh, whatever you decide. Let's go to Rodney in Florida who has called the show. Rodney. Appreciate you calling. What's going on?
Hey, Bobby, how you doing?
Pretty good. What do you want to say?
Hey, I just wanted to say, I just want to thank you for what you do for the vets. I really appreciate everything you do for us. I'm a retired Navy, and also real quick, I want to let you know that I'm the one that sent you that print of the wild boar a while back, and my daughter and I got to meet you in Fort Myers as well.
Oh, awesome.
You're the
I
nicest
appreciate
person
that.
I think I've ever met in my life.
Say that again? I heard him. I just want him to say that
You're
again.
the nicest person I think I've ever met in my life.
Oh.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Wait, what'd you say?
Yeah, say that again. Sorry, you cut out.
I did?
No, I'm just kidding. You didn't. You went. I just
We're
went.
joking. We're joking. You're trying to
No.
see how many times you would say Bobby's the nicest person you've ever met in your life.
Because I am pretty nice. You have to admit. Like I really take pride in
Very
treating.
nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
And I
you
love the show. I listen to it every morning. I'm very fortunate. I drive for my job, so I'm able to listen to the whole show all the way till you guys end. So I love the show. Listen to it every day.
Well, thanks, Rodney.
time.
Let me not make this about me for a second. Let me make it about you because, again, you served and you allow me to come up here and hire all my friends and do this show. And so I appreciate you. And let me also shout out our listeners because we wouldn't have been able to buy service dogs for a lot of our vets without our listeners that are also really passionate about being awesome to veterans who are awesome for us. So, we as a show try to do as much as we can. We can't possibly do what you deserve, but we do try to constantly be in the mix of trying to repay what we can. And so there are a lot of service dogs out with veterans.
Yeah.
That we as a show, I don't mean just in this room, but people listening, like you're part of us, we're able to make that happen.
So thank you very much. I feel like I'm part of the show every day.
Thank you, Rodney. Well, I appreciate that. Tell your daughter we said hello, and hopefully we'll talk to you soon. All right, bud?
Okay, have a good day. Thanks
All
a
right.
lot. Thanks for talking to me.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Coming up.
Tell me something good.
It's almost like the news every day has a new Popeye's chicken sandwich story. And it's not like it's bringing people together either. It's just you put a whole bunch of people together, everybody gets irritated for waiting in line, and people just do what people do when they get irritated. It could be a chicken sandwich or a Pog or a PlayStation 7.
Right.
You know, this is what happens when you put people together and they're all jockeying for a place to get something. It just so happens to be a chicken sandwich, which, by the way, I still don't have one.
Yeah, we
Still
need
haven't
that
had
in
one.
our life.
And I was going to go today, but they're out near here still. How are they still out?
Crazy. I don't get it.
Popeye's worker body slammed a customer,
What?
Whoa.
leaving her with a broken leg and 6 broken ribs. Was arrested after it's revealed the altercation happened because she was charged twice for her $13.11 meal. A Popeye's employee has been charged with felony aggravated assault after attacking a customer. Staggs, 55, who has a broken leg, 9 fractures in her elbow, and 6 broken ribs, was trying to get a refund after being charged twice for her $13.11 meal. An argument broke out in the restaurant, which spilled into the parking lot, which shows her being body slammed.
Oh, man.
They did the let's take it outside.
Again, if you're waiting for anything and then there's disrespect, fights happen. It just so happens to be about a trivial chicken sandwich.
That everyone wants, though.
I know. Because goobers like us keep talking about it. We're to blame. I'm to blame for part of the reason this exists. But it's such a trivial thing as a chicken sandwich. You could probably go home and make a better one.
I don't know about that. Not from what I see.
Oh,
But you haven't had it.
I know, but people are now tagging us on their
I know.
Instagram posts so we can see them trying it, and it looks so good.
It does look good. Instagram, if you saw the news last week, is going to start hiding the like counts for some users this week. I love the idea of hiding the like counts. You would still see them on your own page, but they wouldn't be publicly out there. I know with younger folks, it's I'm only going to post things if it gets a lot of likes, and if I don't get a lot of likes, I'm not as cool. So I like the fact that you can almost post freely without worrying about if people are going to like you, and it doesn't affect your self-worth at all. I also like it just in general. About once a week I'll go back and look at the most liked things, and it's always my dog or people that if I'm with a girl in a picture. It's never of just me. It's my page. So I will go about once a week and look and just see what people are liking, but they're not getting rid of like counts altogether. Users will still be able to see how much a post of theirs is liked. They just don't have to share or feel judged by it.
Right.
They can share more freely. And it's not going to be in everyone's, and I don't know if they've even done. I wish they would take mine off. I'd be cool with that.
But eventually, I mean, it's just a slow rollout. Eventually, it's going to be everybody.
They're just
Oh.
testing it. They've tested in other countries. It's just a test. I don't think it ends up being what they do, but I'm over on TikTok anyway. Who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares? I'm over on TikTok.
It looks fun over there.
It's the best content. I get on TikTok and laugh. I'll have my AirPods in, earbuds. I guess I don't have AirPods. I have headphones. That TikTok. I'm Mr. Bobby Bones on TikTok too. If you're like 11 and you're listening to this show, because it's very
All the
young.
kids out there.
It's very young, but it's the funniest place. Instagram too, Mr. Bobby Bones. Hiding likes.
I'm for it. Yeah. I think it's good. Especially, I wish they could target right now anybody, I don't know, that's in school. Anybody that's in school and like feels that pressure, hide their likes.
All right, thanks for hanging out with us here on the Bobby Bones Show.
Bobby Bones is the Bobby Bones Show.
Mr. Bobby Bones.
Transmitting across America.
This is the Bobby Bones Show. That's right. Now here he is. Turn it up. Come on, Bobby.
Well, tomorrow morning, we will do another draft as we're wrapping up the season. If Morgan number 2 wins one more, she is the champ and gets the belt. Right now, she's in first. I'm in second. Lunchbox is in third. And then everybody else is kind of
way back there.
Yeah. Amy, I'll let you pick what we're doing tomorrow. I got a few choices here.
Okay.
We can do TV hosts, fictional characters, or board games.
Oh, wow.
You can pick. Which one would you like to do?
Let's go. Fictional characters.
Okay, that'll be tomorrow's draft. We'll do fictional characters tomorrow.
That's a lot of people.
It's a lot. I like the wide open ones.
Yeah, it's very wide open.
So we'll do fictional characters tomorrow.
Give me an example of someone you would pick.
Homer Simpson.
Okay.
I did just somebody that came to mind.
Yeah.
Tom Sawyer.
Oh.
Oh, he's not. I thought he wrote the book.
No, that's Mark.
That'd be Mark Twain.
Oh.
So that'd be tomorrow, though, when we do the draft.
Ooh, I just thought of one.
Go ahead.
I don't want to say it.
Well, then why would you? I just thought of one.
Okay, Jason Bourne.
Okay, right. That works.
Oh, I see.
All
okay.
that works.
Yeah.
Got
All
it.
that works.
Yeah.
That's true. I didn't think about him.
Let's go over to Morgan number 2 now with the show Skinny to catch on what's happened with all of us over the weekend. Here we go.
The latest from the Bobby Bones Show.
Morgan number 2's Showcast Skinny.
Bobby went to Oregon for American Idol filming, and he also met up with his Dancing with the Stars partner, Sharna.
That's right. That's what I was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Where I was going into California I was there for like 12 hours, and I hit her up and I was like, hey, if you're around, let's hang out. And so we did TikTok videos. I put one of them on my Instagram where we danced. I haven't danced at all since then. I tell you, I felt like a dweeb. But we hung out for like 3 hours or so. It was great.
Fun.
Yeah, so it was good.
looked
It was
fun.
good to see her again, and people were all about it, man. That Instagram video I posted has like 250,000 views of her. I post something to me, nobody cares. I put her up there. They're like, we love it. You can see that Mr. Bobby Bones. What else?
Amy looked at more houses this weekend and had some good quality family time. They also played some games with her kids, and they finished Jack Ryan season 2 with her husband.
You know, I saw your dog, by the way, got spray painted or got painted.
Yeah, because we're painting the outside of our house, and she got loose, and the painters were in the front, and she just went all up in their paint. It's like I'm stuck in her eyelashes and all in her, and I don't really know what to do to get it out, so she's gonna stay that way.
So she's a black dog with white paint all over it.
Yes.
All right, what else?
Lunchbox surprised his son and took him out for breakfast for some father-son bonding time.
Aw.
I heard you brought your sick baby up here to work on Friday.
Oh, yeah, for like an hour or so. I had to do the podcast, and he couldn't go to daycare, so I brought him up here, and he hung out.
So it was ratted to me that Lunchbox brought his sick kid up here. How do you feel about that?
I don't know. I feel like as a parent, I know what it's like to be in a desperate situation of you have a job to do and you need to get it done.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
And maybe you really don't feel like there's anything wrong with your child, but I feel like if daycare is not allowing your baby, then should your baby be around
No.
anybody else? Because then you run the risk of getting everybody sick, right?
I mean, he was good. I mean, it'd been a couple days, and so I was like, you know what? Third day of sickness, I think he's fine. And brought him up here. I had work to do, and I had to get it done. He was
Did
here.
you quarantine him?
Yeah. Just put him in one room, and then
Bobby's obvious.
The new rule is no sick kids, no sick animals. If they're sick, you can just stay home with them. You know, you don't have to even come to work if your kid's sick. I don't care. You can stay home and take care of your kids. Even if your dog's really sick, you got to stay home. Stay home with your dog. Like, take care of the you stuff first. I'm very much into that. Take care of you. And if you're good, then you should come to work. And sometimes you're not good if your kids are sick. So great. If your kids are sick, Amy, you need to stay home. Stay home.
Okay.
But yeah, no sick kids up here. No sick. I don't even want sick adults up here, by the way. If you guys are sick, don't come up here because all you're doing is you putting it on the door handles or microphones or other people.
Just in the air.
Yes. If you're sick, you don't have to come in. I encourage you not to come in. You're not feeling good? Stay home, boo-boo. All right, cool. What else?
Eddie's 11-year-old son had a school play this weekend. He was one of the main characters, and Eddie was a really proud dad because he said his son reminded him of himself when he was a young thespian.
That's
so you were
right.
proud of you, basically.
I was like, well, yeah. I mean, he reminded me of me back in like middle school and high school. I too was a thespian, so I was like, that's my boy. Chip off the old block.
What play was it?
It was one of those newer ones, where they do like fairy tale princesses or whatever and witches, like famous princesses like in Disney movies, but they were witches and he was like friends with the witches and these princes would come out every time they would say abracadabra. It's a good play. It was good.
Yeah.
He had a lot of lines. A couple of people in his play forgot some of the lines and he like nudged him a little bit, so I was proud of him.
All right. Morgan Lumberton, how was your weekend?
It was good. I decorated my whole house Christmas. It was amazing.
I messaged Morgan number 2, and she's like, my whole house is Christmassy and nobody's here. I was like, you've never once invited me to come over to your house.
Ooh.
Oh, you were supposed to have a housewarming
Yeah.
party.
Yeah.
And then she was like, we can come over anytime. That's what friends do. I was like, I don't even know where you live. Like, how am I supposed to just come over? Has anyone been over to Morgan number 2's house?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Well, Hillary.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. I'll get on it. It just kind of slipped past me. To
But
have
then
a
you were like,
housewarming party.
nobody comes to my house. We don't know where you live. How are we supposed to come if we don't know where you live?
If you're ever bored, you can come over.
We don't know where you live. We
Well,
just search it out. All right, good. Everybody's weekend was good?
Yeah.
Everybody's weekend was good. Lauren Elena coming up in a bit. I did hang out with her on her birthday. We had dinner in California when I was there.
So fun.
She's only 25, which is crazy because she got famous so young at 16 doing American Idol. And so she had her 25th birthday, and I can talk to her about that a little bit, but she had it was me and 2 of her friends, people she works with. It was 4 of us at dinner. It was good. And so I had a really good weekend. Justin Moore, the ones that didn't make it back home, Bobby Bones Show. Thank you guys. If you want to hit us up, 877-77-Bobby. let me mention a couple of things. First of all, tomorrow around this time, there is an update on the Lunchbox story with the waiter who looked at Lunchbox's receipt to find out his real name. There is an update, a big update. So if you heard that on Friday, where Lunchbox is like, he looked at the receipt and tried to find out my real name, that's not cool. Big update tomorrow morning at this time. We will do that. So also coming up next is Lauren Elena. She will be on Dancing with the Stars tonight. She had her birthday on Friday night. My nights get mixed up. I was
One
there.
of those, yeah.
Yeah. My nights
You
get
were
mixed up. Yeah, I was there. Whatever day it was. So we'll talk to Lauren Elena coming up. We'll find out how her ribs are. She's dancing to boy bands and girl groups tonight, and we'll check in with her. And also a tattoo that's a marriage proposal. All that.
Oh.
Coming up here on the show.
Missed any of today's show or just want to listen again? Check out the Bobby Bones Show on demand on the iHeartRadio app.
What coffee do you
on The Bobby Bones Show now.
Lauren Elena.
She'll be on Dancing with the Stars tonight. She also just had her 25th birthday. Here she is. Happy birthday, Lauren Elena.
Hey,
So how was the big birthday for you?
it was great. I got to hang out with you.
I felt like you got stuck hanging out with me more than got to hang out with me. I was like, hey.
No way.
I was like, hey. I said,
Thank you for coming.
I was like, I'm here. And she's like, well, they won't tell me where we're having dinner. Because we went to a place that was, I guess, one of your favorite places from American Idol days.
Yes, I used to go there like once a week.
And Lauren
And
was
I haven't
asking.
been since I've been out here because I've been so busy. And they surprised me and took me there. I was very excited.
She was asking every waiter if they remembered her
Oh, from way back.
from 9 years
Only
ago.
one
Staff.
of them did.
Yeah.
Oh,
And he did.
Well, there.
He
I
really
look a
did.
little different.
Yeah. But it was good. We had a good time, huh?
Compliment. I did used to have like black bangs.
You did?
I had like two-toned hair. Remember when that was like a big thing and girls had dark hair underneath and blonde in the back?
I do not. But Amy maybe.
Well, I did that for a while.
Big night tonight, huh?
Yes, if we make it through, we're in the semifinals.
I know.
We have to make it through.
Yeah, so we're calling on the B team again tonight. You don't even have to watch. I would prefer you watch, but you can text and vote. Lauren's not saying this, I am. You can text and vote from anywhere. And, you know, I always tweet out. You can follow me, Mr. Bobby Bones, and I tweet out, you know, what to text to. You can text 10 times. And Lauren's got 2 dances she's doing tonight. How are your ribs?
They're feeling a little better finally. I mean, they still hurt. They're going to hurt for a while. It takes a long time to heal ribs, but I'm so used to them hurting at this point. Any improvement feels amazing.
So we're going to vote for you tonight. You're going to dance 2 different dances. You're in the top 6. Who is your biggest competition, Lauren?
Ooh, everyone at this point, I feel like. I would say Hannah, James. Hannah and James are the biggest competition, I think.
Yeah, Hannah, Bachelorette, Vanderbeek, Dawson's Creek.
yeah.
Both really good.
Solid competition.
At the start of the show, Lauren was very uncomfortable with the sexier dances. I feel like she's starting to feel a little sexy now with her dancing. Are you feeling a little better at that?
I'm embracing it, Bobby.
You kind of have to.
Yeah.
And then it just becomes normal. I remember when I was doing that show, I come back and there's just so much touching that you don't really sign up for, but then you just have to do it. And I would come back and I'd be walking with Amy and I'd just grab Amy's hand and be like, all right, because you just live in that life. And then now I
I
don't,
know, it's so funny.
I don't touch anybody anymore.
You're back to normal.
I've shifted back to normal completely. And so your birthday, when you blew out the candle, did you wish for the mirror ball?
I can't tell you. It won't come true.
There it is.
Oh, yeah, good point.
I'm going to tell you, I don't eat carbs that much, but Lauren and I went to a restaurant and I ordered. Oh, you think it's funny, Lauren, what I'm about to say?
You eat like a little kid.
Wait, I ordered lobster ravioli that looked like a 6-year-old would have ordered it. And they're all having their fancy dishes and I'm having my lobster ravioli. It was really good. I ate the whole thing. And
You did. You enjoyed it.
yeah, I did.
But it was funny. It looked like a kid's dish.
It did look like, I might have been the kid's dish too, as a matter of fact. But okay, well, listen, happy birthday to you. Tonight we'll be voting for you on Dancing with the Stars. And it's boy band and girl group night.
So fun.
That'd
Yes,
be
it
fun
is.
too. Anything else you'd like to say, Lauren?
I don't want to go home. I just really need everybody to vote for me.
Okay. And she woke up early just to talk to us.
Yeah, as she does
I did.
every Monday.
She does Okay, Lauren. Talk to you soon. Rooting for you. We'll watch you tonight.
Thank you.
All right, there she is, Lauren Elena. Vote for her. Text and vote for her tonight. If anything, just to keep our country girl on.
Yeah.
All those Hollywood types, they're not really feeling us country types on that show. So we got to unite, stand together. And if she makes this, she'll be in the semifinals. Let's go over and do Dustin Lynch, Riding Roads. If you guys want to hit us up, you can. 877-77-Bobby. Questions, comments? I get a lot of questions on text too. But questions, comments, 877-77-Bobby. Hit us up. Let me take this call from Mike in Massachusetts who's on the phone. That's a pretty interesting question. Hey, Mike, what's going on?
Hey, Bobby, how are you? Morning, studio.
Morning.
That was pretty cool. So listen, I was actually on my way to work. Figured I'd call into the studio. Didn't think I'd get in, but I was just wondering. I saw someone texting and driving on the highway. I just your guys' input in regards to what do you guys do when you see someone texting, especially on the highway? Do you honk? I've done it once. Then the other times I don't do anything. I just don't want to frighten them, even more. And I just wanted to get your input as to what you guys do.
So in most states, or a lot of states, it's illegal to text and drive. In our state now, it's illegal to text and drive. Not all, but some. I'm a big don't text and drive guy. I will pull my phone up at stoplights, which I'm not. I'm admitting to sin right here. I do it. If you see me pull my phone up while I'm stopped, that's on me. I'm trying to get better at it. But what I've done is I pretty much 98% of the time don't pick up my phone while I'm in a moving vehicle. If you see someone doing it, Amy, would you tell on them?
No.
I wouldn't either. You know what I would do is I'd pick up my phone at a stoplight and I'd hold it up and point at it like, what are you doing? Don't shake it at their face. Like, don't do that. But I don't think it's to the stage where you call and tell on them. You?
No. Well, hey, listen, here's the thing, though. If someone's drinking and driving, you would call and tell on them and not think twice about it. You'd be like, that person is straight up sipping whiskey.
Illegal, though, everywhere. Not texting and driving is not illegal
I know,
everywhere.
but driving is just as dangerous as drinking and driving.
But drinking and driving, the penalty is so much more severe. Again, if I saw a car swerving that I thought was drinking, it may I would call. They could be texting.
Yeah.
But
I get it. I'm with you. Like, I wouldn't on a text, but I would like drinking.
If you saw, the problem is someone could just not be on their phone when a cop pulls them over and they're like, I didn't text. And maybe they hadn't in the past 5 minutes. But if someone's drinking, it's probably on their breath and in their system.
True. There's no texting breathalyzer.
Yeah. So I'm going to say no. Listen, I wish that a car would shut down as soon as you started texting. Like,
Oh, wow. You want our cars and our phones to be in sync to where your car won't start if your phone is not off?
It's like if you get busted texting and driving with an accident or something, they put the breathalyzer thing in. You know, you have to blow if you get a DUI. That same thing with the car. You have to put your phone on a thing, and then you can't drive it. You can't work it while it's running.
Mm-hmm.
No, you don't call. I think it's a great question, though, Mike. And I think that a lot of accidents happen because people are on their stupid phones and not looking at the road. And so, but no, the answer is no.
All right. Thanks, Bobby. Thanks for your time.
All right, bud. Thank you. Here's a text question. What do you think about Lindsay's new song? And she and Brantley have the #1 song also. I'll address both of these things. I'll do it when we come back.
Okay.
You see that text, Morgan, #2?
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you what, you can get this person on the phone if they want to talk to us. I'll let them ask whatever they want. I have no secrets here. So we'll take these as well. And an interesting way that this guy proposed to his girl. I've never seen one like this before. So we'll talk about that. Both next.
The Morning Show's official YouTube channel. Go to YouTube, search Bobby Bones Show, and subscribe today.
Bobby Bones.
A guy in England proposed to his girlfriend by getting a tattoo that said, "Will you marry me?" And then check the box yes or no. And then she got to check the box with the tattoo gun.
Interesting.
Cute, huh?
That's really cute. It's quite the commitment. I mean, what if she checks no?
I think you don't do that unless you know, though.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, do you ever really know?
And she actually made it put a heart in the box instead of a check.
Cute.
Yeah, it says yes. It says, "Will you marry me?" No. Cute or nah?
Cute.
I go cute.
Nah. I mean, that's just a dumb way to propose. Oh, that's terrible.
And how did you propose again?
Well,
Got him.
how it went is I was on the phone with my wife. We lived in 2 separate cities, and we were talking about my brother's wedding coming up. We were talking about going, and she goes, "I think we should get married." And I said, "Are you serious?" She said yes, and so I said, "Okay." So her mom, her sister, and her went to the ring store, picked out a ring and everything. And then when I went in town for my brother's bachelor party, we went to the ring store and bought it.
So you proposed by going okay.
Yeah, but I still think that's better than getting a tattoo that says "marry me" or "will you marry me" and then having 2 boxes. Oh,
Cute to me. I go cute. You go cute. He goes nah. Let me take this call from Hub in North Carolina. Is that your name, Hub?
Yeah, Hub,
What-
HUB.
What's up, Hub? I saw your text message, so we wanted to get you on the phone. What do you have to say?
So, what do you think about Lindsay's new songs?
Well, to all of our new listeners, by the way, we haven't dated in 2 years. It's been about 2 years now. There is an artist named Lindsay L. She has a new song out. It's called "I Don't Love You." It's a fantastic song, right? And what do you mean, what do I think about it? I think it's a great song, Hub. What are you trying to start some garbage up here for? You trying to get me in a mood or what?
No, man, it's a great song. And I know she wrote it about you, so
Listen, I'm
just
not
wanna see what
speaking
you're-
for her in any way whatsoever. Here's a hook of "I Don't Love You." So there you go. That's the song. She can say whatever she wants to say. I support her art. I think it's a fantastic song. And by the way, congratulations to her. Her and Brantley Gilbert have the #1 song this week with "What Happens in a Small Town." So big week for her. Here's this one. Hub, what do you think about all that?
I love it, man. I love them both.
Yeah, me too, right? Like, I think everybody's rooting for her.
That's it. I hope she does better than anybody expects.
All right. Well, appreciate that call.
Love the show, man.
Thank
Love
you,
the
Hub.
show.
Appreciate that text. Talk to you soon.
Thank you, bye.
All right, bye-bye.
I didn't think that was a bad song about you.
I'm saying nothing about this. I love this song. I hope everybody streams it. You want to download it, download it. It's a great song.
I mean, it's saying that she misses you, right? Am I missing?
All I'm saying is it's a great song.
I'm so confused, like why people think that's a bad song.
Here, why don't we play it? This is new from.
Uh-oh.
You know, I do want to talk. I think I was trying to get Cat's gonna show you my catfish. I think I was trying to get catfish this weekend by somebody. We can talk about that today or tomorrow.
Oh, what? Is that what you just showed me?
Mm-hmm.
So you're really communicating, huh?
Well, yeah, because with friends, I was like, I think I'm getting catfish. So I wanted to like draw the catfish out.
And I was like, that's a lot of text.
Yeah, I was gonna just kind of read over the whole thing.
Okay.
Either today or tomorrow we'll
Sounds
get into the
fun.
cat. Yeah, because she's hot. This catfish story, but I just don't think it's her.
It could be a he.
Yeah,
It's
probably
happened
is.
before.
Yeah.
Probably is. Okay, here's Lindsay L. "I Don't Love You." Check it out, Bobby Bone Show.